Hello, this is a Transformers review for Titan Return Voyager class Alpha Trion. This came out, well, over in the UK pretty much this week, as far as I can tell, and my god, does he look awesome or what? Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, he just wins this line altogether, hands down. Just for this mode alone. I mean, his line mode's pretty good. His spaceship mode is weird, but I like it. But I mean, yeah. All the other Alpha Trions we've had have just been either Transformer Collector Club exclusives or repaints that are really hard to get, or Takara versions that are really hard to get. But this is pretty much the only proper Alpha Trion figure. So we'll get in close here on the detail. A little bit of shame he's got no paint on his moustache or goatee, but I can live with that. It works for Alpha Trion if it's not painted in, to be honest. Like the horns. People have had problems with putting these horns in. What you need to do, at least on mine, is put them in like that and then push the little button in at the same time. Otherwise, because that releases them, if you just push them in, it won't work. It's probably just how the mechanism is. It would have been nice if they made it somewhere else, but hey ho. So yeah, you'll need to just push it in as you're pushing the horns in at the same time. But for now, let's leave them out. Very nice mix of a plum red, I suppose it would be, purples and different, shades of purples. Very nice detailing in the chest. You could have the claws down like that, but really they're meant to be like that, and I think it works. I don't think it hides anything too much. Coming down to the loincloth, very nice, moulded in fur, very nice gunmetal grey, is that? Well, it's a nice silver finish. Very nice moulded shin guards. Shame they're not painted silver, but you know, whatever, it is what it is. On the legs, pretty nicely done. You can see where the line claws are. I don't know what the point of these things are. I'd rather they have just been red. You know, people moan about things not being painted, but these toe things have no use in any mode being this colour. But that's just me. Coming on to the arms, yeah, he's got two blind heads on each arm. But very, very nicely detailed. Proper hands. Proper emotive looking hands. Yeah, it's got moulding in fur because, you know, lion. Onto the back, a little bit of focused here, a little bit of backpack, but it's very minor. To me, it kind of looks like a giant dwarf, but he's very boxy, very stunty. But it's just the detail, the mould itself, and the paint scheme. Just I probably wouldn't have picked this up if it was painted any differently, but how it is just poof, knocks it out. So weapons wise, he does come with this gun, which kind of looks like a line claw to me. Yeah, the Titan Master can fit in there. Can fit onto his hands. Looks a little bit stupid. Would have been better if it covered his whole hand, but that's just me. You can also fit it on here, but it's very, very hard too. It just feels very stiff and it don't really fit in that well. All you can do to have a back loincloth piece is just stick it in there for storage. And he does come with one of the best swords I've ever seen on the Transformer. I mean, look at this thing. Just coming in close on the detail. I'm pretty sure it's done in moulded in translucent orange plastic, and then painted purple on the hilt, but it's the best Transformer sword I've ever seen, and it's not soft plastic at all. It's really, really good. People have said there's going to be problems with translucent plastic down the road. I don't know. I don't think so. As my voice goes very high and mighty, very parish. But anyway, so articulation. The head can move from side to side. It's kind of like Astro Train and Sentinel Prime, where it's got this box, if you have the horns up, where you can twist it around. And the head can't move pretty much at all if you've got the horns up. But if you get the horns down, you've got pretty much more movement. Oh, it does work. Stay. There we go. You've got more movement. Can't look up or down. A little bit of wiggly waggly, I suppose. But there we go. Shoulders go all the way. That way. There's no up or down. Well, there's for that bit. It's kind of a... Well, I was going to say horrendous, but it's not horrendous. It's pretty good. It's a almost non-existent soft ratchet joint. Going all the way that way and going in all that way. Bicep swivel, elbow, pretty far up and pretty far down. Hands can turn all the way. I thought they were ball joints, but it's not. It's just a swivel. I'm glad they're not ball joints. They would have gone very quickly. Legs can go out, but it's very tight. You might dislodge the waist, which is easy enough to put back, but it's very tight. Legs can go all the way out as well. You might want to move the loincloth just to get a bit more movement. Knee can go that far and then that far out. The feet aren't actually plugged in, but they do stay best like that on there. If they're too far forward, it doesn't really work, and if they're too far back, again, that doesn't really work. They need to just be like that. So we'll go on to line mode first, and then on to spaceship, cruiser, whatever you want to call it, mode. So what you want to do is put the horns down, then remove the head, which we'll just have a quick look at. Slowly. If it'll focus. Come on, there we go. It's a nice head sculpt, really is. Kind of looks like Sentinel Prime, again, just with a different body, different legs, different arms. So not really much like Sentinel Prime, but move it him out of the way for now, whatever his name is. I think it's named Sovereign. Right, so starting with the arms, what you need to do is twist the arms around, then twist the hands around, so like that. Then what you need to do is put the arm that way, put the arm so it's facing like that, fold the upper arm like that, and then I don't think you can see it in the shoulder, but there's a post there which will plug in softly like that. I'll just show you on this arm. Rotate, rotate, and then move it this way, and then fold it in. Make sure everything's all snug like that. Then what you need to do is get this piece and accordion it so it's up there. Watch you don't press the jewel in the middle, otherwise it will cause a bit of problem with transformation. Then what you need to do is the camera all the way out. Yes. Then what you need to do is pull this section like that until it pushes all the way in, and then this side will go onto that side. So push it in, and then come on. Yeah, you do have to make sure it all clips together and then goes properly in, and it will. So it's all like that. So just make sure it's all together. Stay! Then what you do is you get to the line feet, do you? Yeah, get the line feet, pull it down slightly and rotate it out. Same on this side, rotate it out, just so they like that for now. Then get the waist assembly and pull it out like that, accordion it so it's facing around like this, and it will clip round. If you notice on this section there's 2 posts and 2 holes on either side. They don't go together, they just look like they do, which is a bit confusing. Then what you do is get to the feet, fold them round. There's a post there, sorry, a hole there and a post there. They will clip in, you just need to get it just right. So same on this side. No, it's happened automatically. There we go. And then fold the legs down like that. Then you get the backline legs and fold them down. You can have them just like that, or if you want you get another clip in. It might feel like it wants to stop about there, but you can just push it in further. It will just mean the line feet to go firmly on the ground. Then what you do is rotate these round, rotate the front line legs around. Then what you do is you can use either side. There's a post right there and a post right there, and there's a slot right there at the back. You just tab that in. It does fit really snugly. I am surprised how well it fits in. I thought it'd have problems, but is it fitting it well, or does it work one way? Oh, yeah. One side might fit better than the other. I've just noticed that. Yeah. Yeah, I've just noticed that. But as you can see, come on, get down. Yeah, as you can see, pretty much goes flat on the floor. You can take this section and put the Titan Master in. It just plops in there. Then you can take the gun, and there's 2 posts right here. I don't know if you can see it, this translucent plastic, but 2 posts here and 2 slots here and here, and it will fit on. It doesn't really fit on properly, but it's the only way it'll go. I suppose you could fit it on the hole there, but nah. So yeah, line mode, awesome. I cannot fault it whatsoever. So coming close on the detail, it does have little eyes about there. Shame they don't have a bit of paint on, but you know, gives it more of a majestic ancient look, I suppose. Yes, he does have a horn. He's a line corn. Moulded ears, nice moulded detail overall. It kind of feels like Beast Machines if it was done right. Does have a little Autobot symbol on the back of his leg or the front, depending on which way you put the legs. I sometimes have these at the front, sometimes have these at the back. Doesn't really matter, just depends on your preference. He's the generic sort of beast former. Back legs, back robot legs, back beast legs. Front is the front, and you know, how successful it is depends on how good it looks rather than how amazing the transformation is. Do these posts go in here? Yeah, it does look like these screw holes go into the sword sides, but they don't. It just looks like it. But anyway, I like how the tail turns in. The sword turns into the tail. Very nicely done. It reminds me a little bit of the White Tiger sword from Power Rangers all those years ago. Be cool if they did that. I don't know where I'm going with this. Articulation, I suppose you've got back legs go outwards and up that far on either side. The feet itself. Oh god, yeah. This can happen. It's secure, but because of how tight the legs are, they will split the waist joint. You've got movement here on the toe as well. Just leave the sword and got out for now. You've got articulation at the foot and movement at the leg, and a twist which is very tight. I'm sorry. These feet can come off, but they can go back on pretty easily. It just clips on very quick, easily. Yeah, I like how they've done it where it looks like moulded in teeth. People said it would have been nice if they were painted silver. I can see why, but I don't care. It works. It looks good. So going into spaceship mode, what you need to do now is kind of go back to robot mode. So what we need to do is pull the line head apart and then just leave it hanging like that. I think is best for now. Then we take the outpost section, or the command section, or whatever you want to call it, and put it back where it used to be. Then what you do is rotate the line legs back how they were. Yeah, the little Autobot symbol. Would have been better if he didn't have that Autobot symbol, because kind of like Sentinel Prime, he's pretty much non-affiliated, but I suppose he's more Autobot than Decepticon. He's just doesn't work for either side. And then just put them back how they were, like that, and then put the waist back how it was. And then what you do is, do you rotate these? Yeah, rotate the line head so it's like that, and there's a post right there that goes into a hole right there. Like so. Same on this side, like that. Then what you do is straighten out the legs, put the line feet back where they were, like so. Rotate the legs like that, pull the feet out, and they will kind of naturally go into this sort of position. Same on this side, like so. Then you want to clip them together. The legs are slightly loose, and I do use slightly in the slightest of terms. Then you get to these sections, pull them up, and they will clip in. There's a hole right there and a post right there. A post, they will go in like so. You might need to jiggle it around, but it does work like that. And then if you want a landing gear, just bring it up like so. And that is Alpha Trion in his spaceship mode. If I just bend the camera down like so. People's going to have problems with it. It looks very odd, but I like it. It kind of looks like some sort of emissary sort of spaceship mode. It kind of looks like the Vector Prime did in Transformers Cybertron, kinda. Just coming on the detail here. To me it feels like it's supposed to be some sort of giant aircraft carrier, but again that's just me. Lot of lining on here to make it look like little tiny fighter ships are meant to zoom off from somewhere. Yeah, he's got a landing gear, but yeah, he's got tiger bits hanging off of him left, right and centre, which I don't care about, but I know people will. You can take the gun and mount it on here, which actually does work as some sort of giant gun on this mode. Looks really nice. The sword, however, only place really is on here or on the other side. It doesn't look as stupid as it could do, but it doesn't really stick on that well. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Which is a shame that there's not really any better sort of place to store this. I mean, can you store it in the feet anywhere? No, it just breaks it apart. Yeah, there's not really anywhere to put the sword, is there? Yeah, like I said, it's a shame because it's one of the best swords ever. It's just a shame it can't go anywhere. Yeah, just leave it there. That'll do. Yeah, it's not going anywhere, is it? Not really fitting anywhere. But anyway, it's I like it. I think it's very nice. Aircraft carrier, come battleship, come catamaran. It could be going in the ocean, I suppose. Or you have it upside down. Could be a gun. Yeah, like a crossbow. Yeah. No. I don't know. But yeah. This has been Titans Returns Alpha Trion. Best one so far of Titans Return. And this is me saying goodbye for now. Camera going off.